Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to Abdam Islamical Apparel. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel as I will be uploading new videos every Friday. Today we are looking at umbrella jelibab. So the first is measure your front length, your back length. We are making use of the front length as 63 inches. 63 plus 1 inch is 64 inches. This material is by 60 and our back length is 73 inches. So 73 minus 60 inches, we have it as 13 inches. 13 inches minus weaving allowance, we have it as 14 inches. So our joining is now 14 inches. Note this: if you are including cap in your jilbab, make sure you exclude it from your measurement. For instance, instead of the joining should be 14 inches, it will be 10 inches. So you will make the cap 4 inches, but in this case we are not using cap. So the next is we take our middle measurements. We are making use of 68 as the middle measurements. Actually, this is a new style I just come up with. So this is the new method I just come up with. Unlike the old method, which we will be taking our measurements one by one, so this is very easy and it consumes lesser time. So now you make a round form. Can we see? You make a round form. I'm making use of 4 yards for this jilbab. So if you are making yours, make sure you exclude the excess. Can you see when I'm cutting it, there is excess? So make sure you cut your excess out and make use of the exact measurement. So you can note the excess will serve as cap if you are using Y and sleeve now and sleeve. This is a way you maximize your fabric. So should in case you have issue, you will know how to go about it instead of being sober that you've wasted your material. Now so the next is we measure our armhole. To get this, we will take our shoulder measurement. We are making use of shoulder measurement of 29 inches. And armhole of 13 inches. I'm going to teach us how to measure armhole in two ways. So this is the first one, which is horizontal way. If we are making use of horizontal way, we are dividing our measurements by 4. But if we are making use of vertical way, we are dividing our measurements by 2. Let's take for instance we are making use of armhole of 12 inches, so we are dividing it by 2, which is 6 inches. But if it is for the horizontal way, we are dividing by 4, which is 3 inches. So if you want to cut the for the vertical, you, instead of you opening it up just like I've done for the horizontal, you will just notch. You aren't going to open up like this, you will just notch the tip tiny, then insert the scissors and come out with the next place you notch. So the next is we cut out our joining for the back. So remember I told us if we want to make this jelibab, make sure you go for the exact measurements. I meant lay your exact measurements. For instance, if you are making use of 63 inches at the front as the front length, just fold your 63 inches. Whatever the excess is, just cut it out, so that will serve as the sleeves, so, and the cap if you are using. Now, so because I did not cut the excess out, follow me on how it goes. So that is why it is very much advisable to cut out the excess. I'm using this method because we have lot of complaints about, oh, I made a mistake this, I made a mistake that. That was why these new videos automatically giving a correction. So I'm directing this to those of us that we might have one questions or the other, and I have a lot of comments that says my fabric, how many yards am I using, how many yards will I use for this so measurements, how many yards so. So now let's retake our measurements. So actually there is no perfect or exact fabric you are using. If by chance you are lucky to use a fabric that is up to by 70 and you are using you need 69 inches for the back length, you have no problem in joining, so you are good to go. But if you are making use of by 60 and the measurement you are using is above, make sure you join so as to avoid the back going up. So there are questions on making a mistake by cutting without cutting out excess. So that is why I'm taking time to explain how to correct it. This takes a lot of time and it also consume material. Now, unlike if you are cutting it directly, whatever excess you are cutting, just place it under your cut out. Are we getting it? So you don't have a problem with cutting a lot of things. So just know that the excess you cut out will serve as sleeve. Are we getting it? Unlike this, instead of using normal 4 yards, I will have to use 4.5 yards. So for this, I won't cut it directly. She don't get. So I will add lot of excess, because if I cut it directly and I have issues of shaping, because in this you will have to reshape. I meant if you are cutting this way instead of cutting in the normal form that you cut out. Are we getting it? So if you are using the normal measurements, that excess is not excluded, is not included rather, the material will be equal. Are we getting it? But if we are not using the material, if you are including the excess, this is how you will have the issue. Are we getting it? So to those that are confused about why is this like this, why is that like this, are we getting it? So instead of you to be confused, why is this like this, why is that like that, that is why I come up with giving us a correction. Are we getting? So your fabric will be very very equal. So for the measurement of the joining, it is 29 inches. So take your time to measure this as well. So the next is our sleeve. We are making use of 15 inches as the sleeve. So I'm cutting out 12.5 and 3.5. So the half serves as the seam allowance. So this is the normal sleeve. Then we are cutting out the elastic hole too. So for the elastic hole, we are making use of 3.5. And we are fixing in 5 elastic. We are using small elastic. You can decide to use the big one, but you must make it 1 inches. So now we are through with our sleeve. So now let's cut the elastic hole. You fold your fabric into 2. Note this, whatever you are using as armhole, that is what you are using in your sleeve. So for the sleeve, we cut out 14 by 12.5, 14 inches. For the armhole, we use 13 inches. So for the sleeve, we are still joining with 0.5. That was why it is 14 inches. So now we've cut our band. It is 14 inches by 3.5, while the normal sleeve is 14 inches by 12.5. Remember, I told us we are making use of sleeve 15 inches for the sleeve. Now I'm creating the elastic holes now. So I'm making use of 5 inches for the elastic hole, five holes rather for the elastic. Now that's all for our lecture. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click and subscribe. Namaste.